Not sure what you're going to do once you move to South Jersey? Well, we compiled a list of 10 things that are kind of interesting things that maybe you wouldn't have thought of when you initially looked into your property search. And so these are some things that aren't necessarily things that everybody knows are available, but definitely things worth checking out for sure.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Braden. My partner Trey and I make videos about life here in South Jersey. So if you're considering making a move to the area, definitely reach out to us because we would absolutely love to chat with you and tell you more about this community that we love to call home.
So here's 10 things that you may want to put on your list to check off to really experience the most that South Jersey has to offer while you live here.
South Jersey's geography includes urban areas, suburban retreats, and rural areas, which will provide a large variety of lifestyles for you all within close proximity. Part of that is because of how our major roads and highways are constructed. If you are trying to get to Philadelphia, it's easy to get to. 295 runs in a big semicircle around the city, and that allows you to get to a lot of different places relatively quickly and live in a lot of different places and have access to everything. I often joke that everything is about 15 minutes away, and the reality is that a lot of things are conveniently located within 15 minutes. So regardless of how you want to live, whether it's in a more dense area with a historic main street or a more traditional suburban subdevelopment, or even a rural farm, you're gonna have access to all of the same things, all within just a short commute. This area also offers rich scenic coastal areas, state parks, natural preserves like the mysterious Pine Barren. These areas are ideal for outdoor activities, whether it be hiking or kayaking. Personally, I love throwing my kayak in the Rancocas Creek. It's a really beautiful, quiet, and peaceful way to connect with nature, shut off the noise, and just enjoy the natural beauty of the area. Of course, if you want to have some fun, we do have access to Atlantic City, which means you don't gotta go to Vegas to have a party. You can hop right on down to the shore, go to Atlantic City, and experience the resort-like atmosphere that AC has to offer. There are things like casinos, entertainment venues, beaches, and of course, the infamous boardwalk. Jersey Shore is not just a canceled reality show, it can be a way of life. And at the shore, whether it be in Atlantic City or perhaps maybe you want to commute a little bit further up north to Red Bank, you can have access to some of the world's top entertainers who come in to perform shows, do residencies, whether it be musicians, comedians. There are all sorts of acts that you'll have the ability to go and enjoy. It's great for a Friday or a Saturday night out without the added expense and time of getting on a plane and heading to Vegas.
Item number 2 is that just about any community in South Jersey has some sort of tie to our revolutionary history. So you can go to places like Indian King Tavern in Haddonfield and basically feel like you're stepping right into history, as that was actually one of the locations that the legislature met at during the war. And being in such close proximity to some of the real hotbeds of the founding of America, like Philadelphia, there's no shortage of historic sites and experiences that you can enjoy within a short drive.
The third thing you're going to want to know is that we are considered the greater Philadelphia region. What does that mean? It means that you can come home to suburbia, but you have access to Philly's cultural, economic, and recreational activities. Here, a lot of people have a huge amount of support for Philadelphia's sport teams, especially the Flyers, the Phillies, and the Eagles. That connection to sports culture definitely runs strong throughout the communities here. In fact, a lot of the professional athletes, especially from the Phillies and Eagles, they choose to call South Jersey home, especially in towns like Haddonfield and Morristown. And that is primarily because of the easy, convenient way of life here, and of course, the highly rated and highly desired school systems.
Now, of course, something that everybody loves to do at some point is go shopping, and there's definitely diverse shopping options. There's more high-end types of things like the Promenade in Marlton. There's also the Cherry Hill Mall, which has been sort of a stop for people during the holiday season and things like that for years, and it's always been a staple of that community. And you have also these little areas and pockets of little like boutique shops and quaint main streets and stuff in some of the other towns like Moorestown or Medford as an example. Not to mention there's also more kind of outlet options like the Gloucester Premium Outlets, as well as you have big box stores constantly along 38 and 70, and basically anything that you need in the way of a consumer good, you're going to be able to find it within relatively short distance. It's just an arm's length away, basically.
The fifth thing that's fun to know is that New Jersey is the diner capital of the world, and South Jersey is no exception to that. South Jersey is home to an impressive array of diners, many of which are staples for all of us who live here. Notable diners that I'm going to shout out are the Silver Diner in Cherry Hill, which is known for its slightly more healthy and locally sourced options. One of my personal favorites is the Vincenttown Diner, which is sort of a gourmet twist on a traditional diner. It was on Triple D, so if you want something that's going to be a little more indulgent, that would be at the top of my list. And if you're looking for a traditional diner experience, there's the Pandora Diner, which has several locations here in South Jersey. They did just open a brand new location in Hainesport as well. So if you want that diner with a stack of options, a menu that's 27 pages long, I would definitely recommend Pandora Diner for that. A lot of diners in Jersey are open 24/7 or have late hours, which is going to offer you a welcoming experience and a wide range of classic American comfort foods that are going to appeal to you. A lot of them will serve breakfast all day long, and if you're looking for a comforting atmosphere with a range of classic American comfort foods, Jersey diners are going to be a perk of living in South Jersey.
Now, item number 6 is again another sort of rewind into history, but it's not so much like the revolutionary or founding history that we talked about before. It's more taking us back to the early 1900s and the echoes of Prohibition. Interestingly enough, Moorestown, as a specific example, has been a dry town since Prohibition. However, residents voted in 2011 to reverse that, but the township is actually pushed back, and it hasn't been until 2021 where distribution of retail sales of liquor was finally incorporated, with the exception of the Moorestown Mall, where you still can buy a drink, but there are some things making headways, and in fact the community house may be home to one of the newest places where you're going to be able to get a drink to enjoy in Moorestown. Haddonfield, of course, that is a dry town and has been also since Prohibition, but of course, fortunately, there are some options like BYOB restaurants where if you wanted to enjoy a nice glass of wine with your steak dinner, you could, you just gotta bring it yourself. On the other side of that coin, if you look outside of some of these towns, there's actually a growing and fairly well-established community of wineries. South Jersey was actually kind of one of the founders of the American winemaking tradition, and there's definitely wineries that have been around for a while, like Valenzano Winery in Chemung, or going out to Hamilton where you can find Tomasello or Chirac Winery. There are places where that culture is something that's growing and is gaining popularity, but it's actually been around for a while. Tomasello was established in 1933, so it's not like it just popped up yesterday. So there are some great wines and some great wineries, along with an emerging culture of local distilleries and local breweries coming to multiple towns in South Jersey that people really enjoy. Like, for example, Three's Brewing Company is known for a variety of craft beers. They also, a lot of these places, they'll do community events. So it's not just a place to go get a drink, but it's a place where the community actually comes together and helps to build some of that small town community feel that a lot of people are attracted to these areas in South Jersey for.
Fun fact, New Jersey, it is the Garden State after all. we have tons and tons of fresh produce. South Jersey, of course, is known for the infamous New Jersey tomato, fresh sweet corn in the summer, as well as blueberries, peaches, and other fruits and berries. There are tons of farm stands all throughout the region. When you're driving around, you're gonna see them. If you're looking some more populous destinations, you're gonna wanna check out the Collingswood Farmers Market in Collingswood. You can get your fruits and vegetables as well as eggs and cheese there. They also have live music performances from time to time. They're open May through Thanksgiving. You're also gonna wanna check out the Burlington County Farmers Market in Moorestown. They're open May through November as well. And if you're looking for something that's gonna be open year round, a staple of the community, of course, is Johnson's Corner Farm. They will source all of your produce as well, along with fabulous baked goods, desserts, and things like that, as well as great family events like hay rides, pumpkin picking, sunflower picking, and things to do literally year round. So definitely check out one of those 3 locations for fresh produce.
And item number 8, while you're on that drive, if you see that you're starting to hit the low fuel light, one of the great things about New Jersey is that you can take that baked good or that fresh peach or whatever it was that you just picked up at the farm stand, sit in the comfort of your car and snack on something while somebody else is pumping your gas, because in New Jersey, it is the last state that is still left with gas concierge service. So when you pull up to the station, not only can you sit in your car, but you kind of have to, because it's a full serve state. Technically, by law, you're not allowed to pump your own gas, which in many ways, I kind of feel that that's a personal benefit. I may be biased because I grew up in Oregon, which was the other state that recently forfeited their gas pumping abilities. But before that time, it was always something that I thought was really nice to be able to sit back and get your gas pumped and let somebody else do the work for you. One interesting fact about the fueling up that you do in New Jersey as well, if you compare it to just across the river in Pennsylvania, it's also gonna be about 30 cents cheaper, give or take, but somehow they're still pumping the gas for you.
9th on our list of fun facts is that we have a military base here. The Joint Base, which was formerly known as McGuire or Dix, is located right here in South Jersey. The presence of this base definitely contributes to overall patriotism in the area, and many local businesses will show their support for our service members by offering discounts and special events as well. Definitely check a lot of local business websites, Facebook pages for those discounts and special events.
Finally, we'll round out the list with item number 10, and that is high school youth sports. One of the things that tends to be the lifeblood of small communities is people's rallying around what their youth is doing, particularly in the way of sports, and South Jersey is no exception to that. Many of the schools and school districts in South Jersey have strong community involvement with the school sports activities. There's strong athletic programs that produce high producing athletes, as well as scholar athletes who go on to collegiate careers and beyond that people in South Jersey can be proud of. And so if you have a family member who's an aspiring athlete or somebody who really wants to stretch themselves and exercise their skills, New Jersey tends to be a very competitive place athletically, as well as it's a place where the community really comes around to support those athletes and promote the well-being of their young athletes and young community members.
So that's our list of 10 fun facts about living in South Jersey. So if you're thinking about making a move, definitely reach out to us, because we would love to chat with you real soon about your next move here in South Jersey. Until then, live greater, and we'll see you guys next time.